Hello, welcome back. Today, just looking at round two review and what the likely trades are, which for me is going to be a big restructure of the team. So let's get into it. Didn't have a good week, so got 1785. Uh, dropped 2,700 spots. Currently ranked 24,904. So pretty disappointing start. I don't know, something's got to change here. I think I just got to go with my gut more with the starting team, but that's okay. Let's get into it and see how we're going to fix that. Had a bit of cash in the bank as well for the team value. Even my draft leagues I felt was a bit unlucky here as well. But I did win one league, which was good, and close on the other one. So 2 out of 3, not bad. But really got to fix up this team. So let's have a look at it. So really happy with Zach Merritt as captain. I felt was pretty risky. He was my highest scoring player, so I really could not have done anything better. Would have been Sheasel. Would have lost a couple of points there, but yeah, really sucks seeing Petrarca get injured, and Rosie as well. So they really hurt, but copped it for everyone. So this is where we're going to look. I'm definitely going to use a boost this week. The restructure. All right. So what I'm focusing on, right? I've got to bring on Braun and Smith on fields, right? But I want to keep playing Murdoch on field. He's a gun. Looking at his stats from last year, yeah, we need to get him on field, and that's why I'm going to need a bit of a restructure. So, okay, we've got Petrarca out injured, and we've got Smith on the field, right? But Blamires has been good down back as well. So, I'd rather Smith, I guess, on field. So let's just push Blamires out here. Obviously, everyone in the forwards is going to have Petrarca. I had him in the mids. But let's see what this restructure. I really regret getting Lombard in. I wasn't going to go early on a rookie like Cook, but in hindsight, I should have because of the DPP. And I didn't know he was going to get a 20. That's just ridiculous. What's happened there? I think his break even's still quite low at 13, but he's got a buy. There's talk he might even get dropped. Bit of a disaster there. And also now having Edwards and White and missing out on Sherry. Yeah, I'm sort of going to go through what those options are going to be. So, really, the biggest change, I hope Lindsay gets a recall, but with them winning, he might not. So, it could be a defender down. Blackiston and Windsor are going to survive another week. My trades, I have to get a defender. I just can't sort of go too down, particularly if Lindsay's not named. So, I really wanted to get Houston. If Rosie was fit, I probably would have gone Houston for the value, but because I need to get a primo, I can't go someone who's off the buy. I would have loved to have gone Nasai, but he hasn't dropped yet. Lockie Ash, but he's got his buy to come as well. So I'm going to go Josh Dacos, fresh off his buy. There's some players coming back for pies. Howe as well. Howe and I think more as well. So I don't really know what impact that's going to have on Houston. But I just think it's still going to be okay for Dacos. He's going to be playing more mid. Hopefully we'll get that DPP eventually as well. He's got a lowish break even. I just think Dacos has a better chance of being a keeper. And I could be wrong. Compared to Houston as well. Both could be keepers and it'd be better to go for value, but I need to get a most likely keeper here. And now there's question marks on Worrell as well, who got injured. Really liked Worrell. I was considering to start him. Disappointed I didn't as well. But anyway, we've got to fix the team as it is. So Blackiston and Windsor survived. Both got pretty low break evens, but yeah, they're both on watch. If you got to keep who's fit, right? And who knows, they could have a good game now and restart any cash gen as well. Hopefully, fingers crossed, but I'm not expecting much. So that's trade number one. Okay, now Sharp's I think injured. We'll get more info. I don't know how long for, but he only got a 14, which is just terrible. Yeah, a bit of a disaster pick there. He's still got a low break even, but not a good pick for us. And I'm not even sure if Edwards is going to be named. The restructure, though, right? this is where, if I swing Sheasel here, none of these guys are playing, right? You got two buys. Lombard might not even come back. Um, so yeah, this is where I really need to look at a restructure. So I want to keep Lombard. I think he's still going to make cash, right? He's in a good side. Generally, if you're a small forward or half forward and playing for a good team, you're still going to score okay, like 60s. But he stuffs up my structure, so I have to correct that. So he's out. Lombard will be out. Let's just swing Petrarca there for the moment. And then we're going to look at the cash cow options. Again, this is where it gets tricky. I do like Cook's DPP, but I think with Rosie being injured, I think that's going to be better for Watkins, and I actually think Watkins is probably going to make more money in the long run with a basement price. It's easier for him to get to 250 than it is for Cook to get to say 300, right? And both might get to 250 or both might get to 300. You're still going to be pocketing so much. So I've got Watkins ahead of Cook. But that DPP could be really, really handy. But yeah, I wish I had got Cook last week instead of Lombard, so I really stuffed up there. But anyway, so now I'm gonna have 390k in the bank. I've played around with some. I really hope Edwards gets named. But this is the problem, right? I could do something like this, swing him there, put Petrarca here, and then I could probably get Houston. That is an option if Edwards isn't named, and leaves a bit of money to play with next week. Well, I can really upgrade Petrarca to anyone, but I've still got to find a good forward here. But what I'm thinking I'm going to go with, actually, what was it? It was this here, and let's put Edwards back. I've got 960k to spend on Petrarca, sounding like he's out for 4 to 6 weeks. We don't know, and even then, who knows what he's going to be like when he comes back. So I am going Tristan Sherry. That is what my likely trades are going to look like. So if we complete this, it's really tough now. I've got 5 rucks. Ideally, Edwards plays, and that's my cover for English. Obviously, Sheasel's going to be on field, so I've got 6 forwards. Degoe had to keep as well. I've got all my mids playing with 2 benches here, right? So Watkins will be moved to the bench. I actually think Watkins will be a good on-field option, but this is part of the restructure. I want to get Murdoch on field. And hopefully next week I can go sharp if he's still injured down to, I think that's Freo basement rookie Sherry, I think it was, as well. Or a DPP player as well. And then I might be able to, swap Edwards, move White. Yeah, so there's a bit there for next week. Ideally, yeah, if Edwards is dropped, I can get White up to R3 and get a DPP option here, and then move Sherry and McAndrew. So I've got the structure was really tough this week. Even if you go backwards this week, you're really trying to set yourself up for the structure going forward as well. Obviously not going to VC Braun. Looking at the matchups, I'm going to VC in Tristan Sherry into Captain Butters again, right? You got the Saturday night, even if you have a few drinks, you can make some changes on the Sunday morning, and then I can captain anyone on the last game. English, Jacques as well. But if Lindsay plays, then I'm and Edwards, pretty much going to have another 23. But at worst, I might have a 21 playing, but all pretty good, hopefully. Well, these guys are dead. Parrish hasn't been great either. But with that 273,000 for next week, hopefully I can get one of the mid prices up to a primo, or even LDU up to Bont off his buy, and then I've really got the big boys that I've missed, and then can play the value game from there on out. So these are my corrective trades. This is what I've sort of landed on. So yeah, good luck everyone. Let me know what you think. Cheers.